You want to know how to make your own MIDI chord packs? Don't get me wrong. I know cats out there doing their own thing and they're selling MIDI chord packs left and right, which is cool, and they are dope. Definitely big ups to all of them. But you can make your own MIDI chord packs via Cubase 11. And I can show you how to do that. Stay tuned. What's good, family? This your boy Charles, or you can call me Dorian, for Cherokan Home Studio, recording home studio. And we're going to go over making your own MIDI chord packs. All right. Or in this case, we're just going to make one MIDI chord, but you can make you can actually make MIDI chord packs using Cubase 11. If you don't have Cubase 11, I'm not sure, unfortunately, if your DAW can do this kind of feature. But I know you can do this in Cubase, and also you can do this in Reason as well. So I'll probably later do a video regarding the same thing in Reason and show how to set it up in Reason if you don't know. All right, let's go ahead and dev on in this and get started. I'm using Cubase 11, and I'm using this function called chords pads, if you see down here at the bottom. So if you have Cubase 11, you'll see this. It says mix console, where it has the mixer and the editor and the sample control and the chords pads. And this is what we want to click on. And this key is actually in the key of B minor. I'm using Sample Tank 3. Yes, I don't have Sample Tank 4, and I'll probably get it later, but I just didn't see the need to get Sample Tank 4 yet. So we just want to create a simple MIDI chord progression, all right? And we're using a nylon guitar. We're using this sound right here. All right, so you can either play this or you could just drag and drop. This is the beauty of it in Cubase. So let's go ahead and get rid of this right here. We don't need that Sample Tank interface or GUI showing up. So we can either play it like this. Well, not like that. Something's going on with the crazy. Sometimes it just act crazy with the MIDI control. It just plays like random notes. I need to take that setting off. So, but you can play it. All right, you can definitely play it, or it sounds like this. And that's what I'm hearing in my head. This is what I'm hearing in my head. Now go again. So instead of me playing that, I could just drag and drop this in the top portion of this MIDI data information of Cubase. So let's go ahead and drag B minor up here. So we're dragging B minor. And as you see, there's some MIDI data. And there is the B minor chord, okay? Let's play it and see if it'll actually play. And remember, when you're making your chord packs, you have to have your virtual instrument set up, which is I have here, which is Sample Tank. So the MIDI data is triggering the virtual instrument to play those notes that I'm dragging into the interface up here at top to see the MIDI data. So here we have the MIDI data. So let's play it. Okay, play. We don't need the tempo on. So the click track. I don't need the click track. So let me take it off. All right. Let's play it again. And I want it at a faster tempo. I don't want it at 40. So the beauty of MIDI, you can change the tempo. And there's no time stress or anything that you have to do is just change the tempo and it just works very well. All right. So let's go to 140. No particular reason of having the tempo at 140. I just wanted it there. All right, so let's play this, and this is what I'm hearing in my head. So that next bar, I want D major. Okay, so we drag D major, then there we have the D major chord. So let's play again and see how it sounds. Okay. I'm hearing F sharp minor. I'm dragging F sharp minor up here. Let's play it again. And look, guys, also, it'll even label the chords for you here up top. So you always can see what chord that is. So that's the beauty of that in Cubase. Very awesome. All right, so boom. So now I got to go back to B minor again. And D major again. Now I got to change this progression up a little bit. So obviously, we need to have some kind of space and gap there, right? So that needs to stretch a little bit longer, the F sharp minor. So let's go ahead and just drag this. And let's go ahead and play it. And let's see how it sounds. I can either keep it like that, but I want the notes to sustain a little more. So when I double click on this, I'll see it here. And I want the notes to kind of drag all the way out to the 5th bar. So we can do these things when we're dealing with MIDI. So watch this. So but it doesn't have to be precise. It's about right there maybe. And let's see how it sounds. All right, so I need something to fill in that gap right there, right? So let's go back to chords, chord pads. So, let's see what that sounds. Let's go E minor. Let's see what that sounds like. All right. All right, so I got to go boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm hearing in my head. I'm going. So I got to go G major and then down to F sharp minor. So let's go ahead and put G major in. So obviously that's filling it up. So it's too long. So we need to shorten those notes, the chords. And let's shorten it by, let's go ahead and go to get it off bar. And let's use 8th. All right. And I'm just pretty much shortened to the grid. That's all I'm doing. All right. So if we listen, check this out. We're missing something still, right? So let's go back and add F sharp minor. But we need to shorten it as well. Boom, boom. Now let's check it out. Okay, that's probably a little too close. Let's fix that a little bit. Okay, we got that cut. Let's do it here. That way it's shortened here. All right. So let's check it out. Okay, sounds good. All right, so next, let's talk about something. Obviously, we're playing a nylon guitar, and we know good and doggone well that you don't play a guitar like you play a piano. So basically, if you look at the notes here, the notes are they're all uniform. They're not offset. So we need to offset the notes to make it sound like a strum. Because if a guitarists were playing this, it would be like a strum. You don't play it like a piano. So you got to keep that in mind. Keep those things in mind when you're playing other instruments. And if you want to sound closely like them, you got to think like you're a guitarist and you're playing. So you would play like that, and you would have to manipulate the notes as if you were playing a real guitar with a body and a neck. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead, and since we have the progression the way we want, let's go, let me see if I could do something here. We have them the way we want. Everything is the way we want. Okay. I'm just looking for something right quick, guys. Okay. Don't need that. We got that. I'm just trying to see if I could. If not, it's cool. I don't need it. All right. We have the progression. Let's look at it down here. Okay. All right. Let me just shorten this a little bit. And what I'm going to do is do what I was explaining regarding the strum. So let's make it sound like a strum. So let's shorten the notes up a little bit. I don't want to do them the same. They don't have to be on the grid like everything else, because things are going to be moved around when things are offset. All right, so let's just go with this one first, and then so I can show you guys what it sounds like. So this is B, and let's move this note here, and let's take it off grid. You want to take it off grid, you want to have it free space. You don't want it to lock onto the grid. So let's move this a little bit over, and just use your ears. No rhyme or reason, no certain rules. Just use your ears, and make it, like we said, we want it natural as possible. Things don't have to be the same. Wait, let's move this over a little bit. So I'm just thinking like a guitarist. I'm playing, and it's not perfect, All right, and let's move this down just a little bit. All right, so no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, let's move anyway. All right, so let's move this down some. Let's see what this strum sounds like. Let's see if it's too much or too little or just right. Let's see. Hey, doesn't that sound pretty cool? Doesn't that sound much more like a real guitarist playing a guitar, right? Look, let's do it again. Look at that. A nice strum. One more time. Better than that, right? Way better than that, right? All right, so let's do the next one. All right, so let's go ahead and shorten. Let's shorten this one a bit. Let's shorten this a bit. See, the more you play with it like that and put the time in it, it makes it more real and natural, and give you that perception of it being a guitar played, So you want to do these things. It may be a little time consuming. That's cool, but don't never worry about something that's you're trying to perfect and make it real and perceived to the listener that you're playing this guitar. Nothing wrong with putting in that extra time. And this is what it would sound like. And then you can even, those strums are cool. Well, what if I can do the strum here, but I can make the strum much more tighter? So watch this. So you can perfect your MIDI chord packs. Make them different from what you see out there. They just probably give you the regular basic playing if you were playing a piano. but you can label your MIDI chord packs like, okay, this is a guitar MIDI chord pack, and you will already have the velocities already in there fixed, which are down here, and then the offsets of the notes. So that's something cool to think about. So we want this a little bit tighter. Wait a minute. Let's fix this. Let's get this portion here. And what I wanted to show, F minor here. Okay. Oh, so we stretched it. Okay, we did that. We stretched it. Cool, cool. So let's move just a little bit. Yes. Move anyway. They always ask me that. And just a little bit, not too much. Because we want the strum a little tighter than it was the previous two strums. We want this part of the progression a little tighter than the previous one. Okay, so I'm just trying to make it. Doesn't have to be perfect, just use your ears. Okay. And you see the difference? The difference here, that strum was a little more tighter, but you want those kind of nuances in there, to make it as real as possible. And I would do this I would do it all the way down, the whole progression. And I might just say, okay, let's say I want to, trick it out a little more. All right, so let's go to this part of the progression and let's do the same thing. We want to strum this a little bit because it's going back to the 1. All right, and now let's move it. And you could copy and paste all that, but we don't have to do all that. We just go ahead and just push. We don't want that. Okay, here we go. So we want to push this a little more. We want the same thing at this top one. And I want to show you guys something too as well. Let's put that note here. Let's go here. Okay, yes, move anyway. And let's move this note here down. And let's go back and listen to the progression again. All right. Now, what if I want to do something like, okay, I got that right there, right? I wanted to just shorten this note. And what if I want to, you can even play around. We can even put this note here. And we can, move this note here. And we're just playing around and just trying to make some different, And let's shorten this note. Let's see. I just want to hear what it sounds like. Okay. See, you can even add single notes going. Just play around with it, and till you come up with something you like. All right, let's push this one over here a little. Let's see what this sounds. And you just keep playing with it until you get what you like. Now we don't want that one like that. It's too far over. So undo that. So and obviously these other notes here will be strummed too as well, because remember we got to keep it strummed. So the whole point of this, making your MIDI chord packs, as I showed you, if you have Cubase 11, you can just pretty much drag and drop the chords inside the MIDI pane or the virtual instrument pane, and they'll just drop in there for you. And then the next thing, what you want to do, you can add all your nuances or your articulations in there, because this is a guitar and you want to match that up. And like when you're making your MIDI packs, instead of just giving people, if you want to sell them, instead of giving the people just like a piano played style MIDI pack, you can do the things that I just showed you here. It's a little time consuming, but that's what you want to be different, and give them those nuances. Oh man, this is a cool MIDI pack just already ready to go with the nuances and the velocity changes and the strums that's already in there. So you want to do those kind of things in the MIDI chord pack. And that's it. And you just do whatever you feel that's you're hearing in your head, but just remember, stick to the basics, and then you can break all the rules, but make things make sense. Okay, this is a guitar, and let's make it sound like a guitar. So I just wanted to share that with you guys in creating your own MIDI chord packs. And not that I'm trying to hate on or knock companies that's out there doing that, but if you have this software and you never use it. Here's opportunity for you to do your own thing. Who says you can't do it? So you can make your own MIDI chord packs as well using Cubase 11 or 10 or 9 or 8, and I think even 7. So I just wanted to say that to you, fam. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that alert button for more videos, because I am going to do another video regarding the same thing, but in a different DAW, just in case people have another DAW. And most people have Reason. We could do this in Reason. I'm not sure about other DAWs if they have this function like Logic or Studio One. It may or may not, but if it does, there you go. You can do it. You can make your own MIDI packs in Studio One or Logic. So I'm out again, fam. Take care, and you guys have a good day.